We are live, guys.
Hey everyone, welcome to season 2, episode 9 of the K pop Bible. We are live today as we talk about all things music. We're going into music reviews, talking about some great hits that have come through, such as VIVIZ Shhh, Megan Thee Stallion and Twice on MAMUSHI, MISAMO's Identity, and of course, Patu Patu, including some other great hits. Then we're going to go on to the Mama Awards, talking about categories we're excited about. We will go through all the categories, but we are going to highlight things we're excited about, groups that we expect to win, groups that we hope will win, and so much more. So stick around, listen in, do what you need to do. You can fold your laundry and listen to us if you want to, but you can also chat with us while we go through all of the things. I'm Angel,
This is Lee.
And I'm Cece.
and let's dive into this episode of the K-pop Bible. Cece, kick it off for us.
So, the first song we're going to review today is Megan Thee Stallion, Mamushi, featuring the remix featuring Twice. So, what do we think about that, guys?
I'm gonna start off first as the current once aficionado. I love the song. I love well, I love the song to begin with, but I love the remix. It's Twice being braggadocious and letting the girls know that they're still here, they're still present, and they're still doing their thing. I loved it. I think this was a really dope remix, and I'm really happy that they were on the remix. I think this is just music heaven.
Yeah, for me, I also just think this is a great moment for Twice to not only brag about all of their accomplishments, but also be like, hey, we know you met us when we were like teenagers, but we're grown women. And I really think that like them being on this track with Megan is just such a boss move.
Yeah, I was really surprised by this remix. I like, because she already did a remix with like another artist previously. So, when she said that she was gonna drop another remix, for her, I think this was like part of her repackage album. And then we saw that it was Twice, and when it came out, I immediately listened to it, and I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I really loved it. I think some of the members that I didn't think would stand out in this track stood out to me. Like, I love Chewy's part in the song. Um, I actually ranked like my favorite members, but I think like yeah, I was surprised by Chewy because like I don't know. I didn't think she would like seeing as like her previous release was not in the genre. I didn't think that it wouldn't like her contribution would like stand out as much as the other members, but she actually did really good. And then of course they had the J line singing the iconic chorus. So I like that they gave those parts to them because they're Japanese and that part is in Japanese. While they also had the other members, brag about their accomplishments, and I have seen some people happy for that because Twice is like one of those groups that has accomplished a lot in the industry, but they don't really brag about their accomplishments or their successes, and it's really nice to get to hear them do that with this track. Who was like your favorite member in this remix?
Ooh, I don't. I think Nyan and Jihyo were like my favorites. I love their voices, and they're actually like really good rappers. I was actually surprised. Well, I wasn't surprised, but I actually liked them. Their flow on the record, I think, it was really dope. And I really do like the Japanese line doing the chorus. I think that was my favorite part.
Yeah, definitely G Hill, and also just so happy that the J line could like do their whole part in Japanese. Like it just makes so much sense, and it was just like this is the opportunity. And JYP was like, oh, we're taking advantage. Not in a bad way, but it was just a great opportunity for all of them to come together.
How do you guys feel about the possibility of there being a music video for this?
Oh, a music video is needed. Like I actually would like. Well, Megan's in Korea right now. She just posted on the gram, but I would love a remix video. I know there's already a video to the song, but I would love there to be like a twice video with Megan. I think that would be really dope. The visuals would be off the charts. So I mean, I'm here for it.
So let's move
Definitely
on.
want. I mean,
I'm sorry. You can go ahead, Angel.
oh, I was cut off on a lot. Oh my goodness. No, but I was just gonna say I really want them to do music videos. So I could see all of them hit a 5, 6, 7, 8 together. Because of course they're gonna do like the signature dance from like online, but I wonder if they're gonna add a little extra choreography in there. Hopefully we get a music. We'll see.
What would you want like the video to give? Like what concept would you want them to do?
Queens.
So just like regal Korean empress, a wig that they can't move their head in, and just a full robe.
No, we're going danceable K-tip extensions. First of all, we're gonna have them all over. Of course, we're gonna have them in Itaewon, Hongdae, maybe stop by Gangnam. We're gonna do everything. It's gonna be a visual moment. It's gonna be a performance moment. It's gonna be a stylistic moment. Because if there is one thing Joe RP can do well, it is dress artists. And I think coordinated outfits across all of them. Get Megan a custom outfit to match Twice's look. Come on now.
Also, I kind of want them to have matching hair. That would be kind of, I know that's like hit or miss, but I do want them to all have just matching hair and just give very like girl squad just ready to wreck the town.
So let
Everybody gets a matching bob. Okay, now we can move on.
So talking about fashion, let's talk about MISAMO. So they came back with their latest single titled Identity. What did we think about it?
I just thought it was too short. I actually really loved the song. I just wish it was a little longer.
Mhm.
I mean, I love the styling. I love like Momo in the beginning just got me together with these pigtails.
Mhm.
Also, I loved is it just me, but I loved the setting. Like it gave very like Spanish, Italian, like stone romantic. It was just so good to me. Um I'm not like the big. I mean, again, I wish it was longer, but overall, I think this is dope. Oh, and my favorite look was the red. This was just so good.
Yeah, they actually shot this throughout Europe. I think one of the places was Spain. And you can see some of the influence in this, like when they have like the backup dancers with like the flags. I like the color red. Definitely looks good. Yeah, I was actually really happy when this song came out because they came out with New Look before this, and I was like, no, like no, like I don't want them to go back into that cutesy concept that Twice likes to hold on to, because for me, Misamo is the group that has more of that grown, sexy adult vibe to them. And so New Look to me wasn't that, but when they came back with this new song, I was like, okay, these are the girls. These are the girls that I like. So I was really happy to see this concept, and yeah, I mean, it was great seeing all these girls. They had like coordinated wigs. All of them had like this blonde moment that we're seeing here as I'm playing the video in the background. But I was really happy with this. But can we talk about how this album dropped on election day? And unfortunately, because of that, not many people knew that this album was released, or there wasn't much discussion about it in the fandom because you were way too focused about the election.
Well, I would actually like to talk about the video itself for a second.
Okay,
I want to
okay.
talk about how, because I really like how this video is giving like it's like the videography is giving like 1990s kind of like film vibes, whereas the song itself was giving me like early 2000s Disney Channel ish in like a good way,
Mm,
and
mm-hmm.
like kind of like a he said she said kind of way where you can like Cheetah Sisters kind of way. Like it was very much just like it was just like great cinematography, great sound altogether. And I feel like that the ones or the onces who needed to hear this definitely heard the album when it dropped. But I think it's going to take a little bit of time for it to get traction, at least like stateside, because of what's going on currently in our news cycle.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought I was muted. I'm here laughing in the background. Yeah, but I'm really excited to see them perform this live. I've already seen a few clips of them and their outfits are just amazing. It's incredible. Like I think we've always have praised JYP stylists in our podcast as of lately. And they're doing justice to Misamo as well. So we're happy. Are you guys ready to move on to the next song?
Sure. I mean, I just want to say though, if this video and song don't go viral, it's because of Mina's eye patch. No shade.
Why? Why do you hate the eye
I
patch?
hate this eye patch. I'm sorry. It just what is with this glittery? It's like they took a brooch and just put it on her eye. Like it's not derivative of anything. It doesn't pull from anything, and I kind of hope that it will never be seen again. Like this was the only look that I was like, like they had to give her this eye patch.
I don't know about that
Just
because
saying.
it
Well,
gave me crystal in effects, if we remember red light.
I was going to say you could say it's part of her identity.
We love this.
Oh, you
Let
thought you ate.
well, she did. Let's move on. Let's move on. So the next song we're gonna discuss today is Rose and Bruno Mars. They collaborate together under a song called APT. What do we think about this?
So I just have to say, because I feel like, and I've been to many a Blackpink concert. I've known of Blackpink since pre-debut. I've watched them all go from trainees to the idols they are today. And I feel like a lot of us didn't expect for Rose to be the one to like break out with such a viral hit. Like as much as it's like she's an amazing songwriter, she's an amazing singer and performer, dancer. She's a lovely person all around. But I personally I was expecting like and Jenny and Lisa's songs that have come out so far are of course amazing and great tracks. But like this is such an earworm and like even if you don't know of like the game that the song is based off of, like it's still you find yourself just going and it's just like it's a I love it. And Bruno Mars it is a big one. It's wonderful. They did a great collaboration. It should win an award of some kind, and it should be performed at some kind of music show or like I don't know award show. It needs to be performed live. All right, that's all I'll say for now.
Well, Bruno Mars did win his first award at a Korean music show.
No, we need more awards. We need like song of the year on the VMAs or something like.
Lee, you're really quiet. I need to hear your opinion about this.
Hopefully, I don't have much nice things to say about this song. Um, I feel like this is me going against the grain, so I don't like this song. um, I don't know. I'm just not. I think because this is not my kind of zhuzh song. Like this is not something I would listen to. Um, lack of a word. I kind of just find it this maybe because it's being overplayed so much. I've grown to get annoyed at the song very quickly. Um, Also, why do I feel like this is like I feel like I'm trying like again, it's one of these songs where I don't like it and again, it's not for me. I think the video is very nice. The song does give me ting tings. It's not my name, but yeah, I mean, if people want to see this win awards, I congratulate them.
Do you ever just like something? Like, like, no, this is it. If you're new to this podcast, you will, if you will quickly learn that for some reason Lee does not like what everyone else likes. If everyone else is like this is trash, Lee will find like the golden nugget from it. And if everyone says this is the best thing ever, Lee will demonize it and burn it to shreds. Rip it, burn it, tear it, bop it. Okay, like
That's
that's
not
how I
fair.
am.
That's not fair. I given it to things that I did. I'm not. Listen, I'm not a huge Jungkook fan. I'll give it to like his album. That was a fierce album. I'm not the biggest Jenny fan. Mantra was fierce. Mantra was soft. Again, this is not my kind of song. Again, I like Rose. I loved On the Ground. I loved her solo stuff in the past. This is just not my kind of song. Excuse me for giving diverse opinions and tastes. Damn.
Well, actually, I remember a conversation we had in private. He was like, I can't like even scroll to Instagram without hearing the song. But honestly, okay, so I didn't say what I thought about this. So I was actually pleasantly surprised because agreeing with what Angel said, I didn't expect Rose to have the standout song out of all of the Blackpink members. But when she released the song, I was like, okay, I understand it. I understand it. And I'm actually really happy to see the success that this song has garnered because I feel like Rose is one of the most underrated members in Blackpink for the longest time. Like she not only like writes her own songs, but I feel like I don't want to. Okay, when I say this, I don't want to offend other like I don't want to offend the other members of Blackpink, but I feel like Rose really lives and breathes and like sleeps with music, and I'm just excited to see her finally have the time to shine. Because I remember like years before this, remember when all the other girls were getting their solo releases and Rose wasn't getting anything, and her family as well was even like showing the frustration they had about Rose like not getting the opportunity to really show the world who she really is. And so I'm glad that she's able to do this on her own and her own terms with a label that understands the kind of music that she wants to do. And I'm just really happy to see the success of the song. And yeah, like the first time I heard it, I liked it, but I think it's grown on me because it's like such a good earworm. And I love seeing all of the challenges on TikTok. I love seeing even people who I didn't even know were into K-pop just have this song playing in their challenges. So I'm really happy for Rose. I don't know, guys. I'm happy for her. So and like I said, Bruno Mars and like I didn't expect her to collaborate with Bruno Mars because I've never really like seen them like interact before this. But they did tease this song on Instagram. They did tease it. But I was surprised that Bruno got on the song. But honestly, like it's such a good song, and I like hearing Bruno Mars sing in Korean. And yeah, I just think that they both like match each other's energy, and that's what you need in a collab. Like when you're collaborating with someone, like you need to be with someone that's able to match your exact energy that you bring. And as we can see here in this music video, like Bruno Mars does that perfectly. So I'm happy for them. Do we want to move on? Who do we want to talk about next? We have TXT, Baby Monster. Who do we want to move on to?
I feel like if we're talking about Blackpink, Baby Monster just seems like the healthiest
Okay.
organic flow of conversation.
History, and this is the thing. We're live, so I'm rambling, so it's fine. It's one of those things where it's just like it feels so manufactured that I crave something slightly more authentic. And I know that they would have to craft and manufacture an authentic sound. And I kind of want the YG producers or whoever they collaborate with on their next comeback to help them find something that's a bit more true to the members themselves so that they can express it in a way that doesn't just feel like, okay, so we've taken Blackpink song, copy and pasted. I'll end my rant there for now.
Well done. Um, well, I think that's been, I think, something that I think people haven't, I think people have always noticed, but now since this is their third girl group, like I feel that YG across the board, it's the same cut and paste to all of their groups in a way, female groups. There's a little more sonic diversity amongst, or sorry, variety amongst boy groups. But I think when it comes to girl groups altogether, I feel like what they do is they they saw with the girl groups they have a sound, and when they produce another girl group they just elevate it and modernize it to the time, but it is the same sound. Like no shade, even still, most majority of Blackpink's catalog sounds like a modern version of what 21 would do, and we're seeing this with Baby Monster. I think that again, I think YG needs to develop a different sound that works. Even No Shade Meow, the sound is there's this, even though that's the black label, it's still under YG or it's still connected to YG, and I just feel like that's always been.
Let's move on and let's talk about VIVIZ. And they came back with a song called Shh. What do you feel about this?
So I'll
I
just say
don't know.
I
Oh, the silence. I'm sorry. I
okay.
thought there
No,
was
no, no,
something going on. I'm like,
no,
oop.
no. I was trying to remember the choreographer's name.
Kani,
And I
Kani,
just said
Kani, Kani.
and I
Yeah,
just said whatever pronunciation.
Kani.
Yeah. So Connie did her big one again with like the key point choreographer, or right? Yeah, the key point. Yeah, that's kind of how it's referenced. But like her choreography is always like very like once again addicting. Like it's like of course you just want to go like bye 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 bosh, and like while I'm saying that it's like throwing booty back. So like they're just like everybody's like working it and just like it's just the choreography mixed with like the videography and the costuming, like it's always going to do it for me every time. Like when everything just lines up, and of course, like these are seasoned professionals. They're not like a brand new group. They know their personality, they know their vibe, and they show that through the screen confidently. And I love it. And I'm going to be playing it when we get off this live.
I wish I could
I
play
mean,
this as we were reviewing it, but I don't want to get copyright struck. But go ahead, Lee. Go ahead.
you know what this is giving me, which I'm not mad at. As a visual person, I love a good visual sampling. You know what this is giving me? It's giving me like Mama Moo a little bit. Like not the song, but the visuals are giving Mama Moo almost egotistical, like that era, um, with like the Spanish influences and just everything. I think this is a beautiful video. I love just them embracing their sexiness because literally when we saw these girls, it was them as schoolgirls. And so I love the full like 360, like we're women now and we give zhuzh. I do like the song. I mean, the song is really, I think this is like, to me, their second best song after Maniac, in my opinion. Like, I just think I love the sort of double entendre with the sounds, voice, that can be something else that we can't say on this live. But I do enjoy the wordplay. I enjoy, the vocals, the arrangement. I love what even what lyric or section the members sang went perfectly with it. Again, I like it. Again, it's giving, like I said, it's giving a bit of Mama Moo when they were going through that gypsy era. But I mean, I love it. It's the bohemian, the sexiness, the essence. Perfect.
And actually, that's something I wanted to piggyback off of really quick because, like, you were just showing it now. Like, them like now showing how they're grown, like because we iconically remember them in their music videos in a field, and so for them now to be like the three members like in a field, but just like instead of super duper cutesiness, it's like boyish. Like it's like a great almost. It's almost like a little bit of a clap back to like being like G friend of like, oh, I'm just your girlfriend. It's like no, no, no. I'm also my own woman. You can be quiet.
Yeah, I really like the song. I was saying earlier that it reminds me of Ricky Martin's Shake Your Bomb Bomb, Shake Your Bomb Bomb, like that part in the dance. But I loved it. I love Kanye. I hope Kanye's getting paid because she keeps giving us these incredible choreographies, not just for like the for VIVIZ, but like for Taemin and all the other artists under BPM. So I'm really happy to see this comeback and seeing them be able, like, I feel like with every comeback they sort of like outdo their previous one. And I was a huge G Friend fan, so I love G Friend. But I'm happy to see that this subunit is able to be successful and sort of like distance, well, not distance, but like separate themselves from what we already know that G Friend gave and present a more adult image. So I'm really happy about that.
Where does the Ricky Martin judge comes from? Because I don't see it.
You don't see it. It's literally sounds like, I can't play it because we're gonna get copyright. But it literally the chorus, the pom pom part, it literally sounds just like Ricky
Oh, he's
Martin's part.
okay. Okay. I mean, okay, I can see it. Okay, I can see it a little bit more.
It has a
Um,
little bit of that, of the Latin influence, like, and I see the influence being that song. I'm not saying it's an
yeah.
exact interpolation, but I'm just saying it reminds me of that.
Well, yeah, no, and yeah, it's give. Yeah, I can see that, and like I said, I see very Mamamoo during their Gypsy era and that whole period where they were giving like Bohemia. Again, I like it. I think this is a really nice video.
Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about TXT. What do we think about their latest song, Over the Moon? How do we feel? How do you feel about this song, guys?
Angel.
I need to begin by saying that I love TXT. I have seen TXT many times live again. Another group that I remember as trainees and are now full grown, like, but it's not entirely my judge.
So now you want to go against the grain. Now you want to suddenly see. This is why me and you fight. No, because I actually like this song. I think mainly because for me, I like the coolness of it. There's a coolness, a laid backness. Um, Again, and maybe I'm being that girl because I'm always finding a reference to something. I feel like this is giving me a little bit of like Got Seven during their softer era, like around um Lullaby, like that era to me. Um, Again, it's laid back. It's laid back. There's a little bit of sultriness to it. I like the softness in it. I do like the visuals. Hive, no matter what group, there's that they do have that visual signature that I like. Um, and again, I feel like all their tones, like I loved all their tones. I feel like that was the highlight of this song to me in terms of the vocals. Um, I am not a fan of this dark hair on some of them. But overall, and I feel like what's his name, Taehyun, the main vocalist, Taehyun.
Yeah.
That's his. Am I
Mm-hmm.
pronouncing? Again, with him, I it's that dark hair and that bowl cut with it looks like a thick, like how it's layered looks real thick to me, almost like a helmet. Helmet hair. Um, but my bias. That's being very rude with this red hair I'm here for. And yeah, again, I like the styling. I like the video. I like the song. Yeah, I think this is cute. My favorite TXT song is Blue Hour. For anyone, a little fun fact. But again, I like the song. I like this song. And I think this is a good addition to their catalog. This is something that they can perform and sort of and give us a more mellower side when they perform.
I agree. I don't know. I don't know if it's because I saw their VR concert and I feel like after then I've just grown a lot more like more of a fan of them. But I really like the song and I listened to their album as well. And I don't know, to me, like I think I told Lee this as well. They give me like shiny. Like, and when I say that, I mean in terms of like good quality music, like the vocals are just so good and the way that the vocals just blend together. And I don't know, like when I compare that to shiny is like a positive thing because also for me, shiny, like whenever I listen to shiny, like I just feel so happy. And the song, I feel like it exists in the same universe as Shiny to me. So I was really happy with the song. I liked it. I don't know. I don't have any bad things to say. I really did like the song.
Can I go out on a limb here and say TXT is possibly the most versatile group in Hive's catalog to me?
I agree with
I
that.
think
I
I
agree with you.
feel like I think, and again, we can bog down on the technical skills of, whatever, but I think they really are to me like a red velvet, like a shiny, yes, I'm saying SM artist to compare because, um, but they really are able to give us disco to something a little grunge influence to this giving us a little mellow adult contemporary sort of pop zhuzh, you know, well, is this also a little R&B? I don't know, but I think they're really that group in this generation that they are to me like a Linda Evangelista, Madonna, where they're able to change each concept from project to project, but they still have themselves in it, and I see that in the Shiny because Shiny were the masters of giving you versatility, but still having that shiny essence, and this group does this, I think. The fact that Hive was able to produce a group of this versatility, a clock is right twice a day.
Well, if we want to get technical, Hive didn't make this. Big Hit did. So if we want to get technical,
Children will know.
so if we want to get technical, and also when you were saying versatility and SM artists, although Red Velvet does have some versatility, I would say the true versatile queens of SM were FX, but that's just me.
You just wanted to go against the grain, didn't you? It's okay, girl. No, no,
FX,
no,
you'll
no,
never be
no.
forgotten. You'll never be forgotten.
First of all, FX is one of my favorite K-pop girl groups of all time, along with 21. They're kind of tied for me. But truthfully, they all TXT also covered Shiny, and it's like I've always kind of felt that vibe from them because each of them have their own color to bring. Like you got a bling bling, you got a flaming charisma. Like they all have their own personality and their own essence. And when they come together, they make wonderful music.
Okay, I don't know why you're. Thank you for making Essence a thing. Now it's official. We're using Essence and Josh. No, I mean no, and that's not like a compliment. Like I feel like FX as well. But again, I think a really great group is able to give versatility, and I think this group is really carving a lane for themselves. Where I think it's clear that they love performing and music, and I think and their commitment to a concept and aesthetic is so commendable to me. Like again, big hit, you did something right.
Are we ready to move on to discuss the Mama nominations?
Yes.
Okay, let's get started. Let me see. Let me pull up this video. So we finally have the nominations for the Mamas, and first category we're going to discuss today is Best Music Video. So the nominees were 17 for Maestro, IU with Love Ones All, K Will with his song No Sad Song from My Broken Heart, and Espa with Armageddon, and the final nominee is Ive with Heya. Who do we think is gonna take this award home? Well, who do we want to take this award, but who do we think will, or if we predict who the winner is going to be, who do we think is going to take it?
Angel.
So, so I think, oh man, this is so hard because this is like the thing is, it's like IU, and I was telling Lee this earlier to try to bring it to make some sense. Like IU is almost like, or I would even say a little bit surpasses Taylor Swift of like the K-pop world. So it's like I feel like no matter what, her fans will like push behind her. But in terms of like international, I'm really like kind of stuck on like Espa and 17. Like I feel like it'll really come down to those two.
I agree. Oh my god. Sorry. But, so we're not going against the grain today. I originally okay. So I love 17. I think 17 is amazing. I think Maestro brilliant. I think Maestro, however, is very similar to what's that previous song that they released last year? The one where Mingy was looking great in that black shirt and jeans. Yes, I think. And again, and I'm not. And again, I love a style. I love a signature. Again, I just Maestro is more Maestro. The dark colors, the cinematography, and I think I would like Maestro to win. And I also see Esla because I think out of all the videos, that is like top tier production value. Clearly, their company's invested a coin. And so I would see 17 winning. But if they don't, I can see Esfa or IU taking it. Yes.
I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so that yeah, so it's me saying because he thinks it's like the song Super, like that whole like dun 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 dun
Mhm.
dun dun
Uh
dun.
huh. Okay. Did you? I'm sorry, I had to step away. Did you say who you think is going to take this?
I think 17 could take it for Maestro. If not 17, I think Esfa or maybe IU.
For me, I'm going to vote for Espa. Armageddon. I liked it. Let's move on to the next category. And sorry if you guys can hear my dog in the background. Next category is Best Vocal Performance Solo. First, we have BB with the song Bam Yang Gang. Then you have Love Wins with, again, IU. Then you have Lee I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. Lee Mujin with
Mhm.
Episode. Then you have Lim Young Woon with Warmth and Taeyong 2X. Who do we think is gonna take this award?
Um, I feel like Taeyong is probably the shoe in for this category. No shade. I've listened to all these songs. I'm sorry. I feel like Taeyong has that very typical big voice moment in the song. I think that she is at this point considered to be the reigning vocal supreme. So I totally see her taking it. Also, yeah, I see either Taeyong or IU taking it. BB would be an exciting choice that might sneak in, but I definitely see Taeyong or IU.
So I'm gonna go out here and say it, and once again, almost agreeing with Lee. Um, just to prove that we can agree on occasion. That if not Taeyeon or IU, I definitely think Phoebe with Bamyang Gang, mainly because that song went viral in South Korea. And a lot of times for Mama Awards, we think about like international fans voting. I see a wave of Korean fans voting for BB's Bamyeongang, um, because it was just so viral and just like it's a very sweet song too. And correct me if I'm wrong, but a majority, if not all of the lyrics, are in Korean, which is honestly kind of a rarity in certain songs nowadays. Even though yes, it is K-pop and yes, like it's in Korean, but like it's just it's just very almost like I'm gonna beat this word with a dead horse. It's very close to like Phoebe's essence outside of like her like not even like outside of, but like it's like in combination with like her very like boss woman, bad girl. Yes, I'm gonna kiss a girl off the stage kind of vibe, but this is also like her very like I'm very sweet and I can sing very sweetly kind of vibe. So I feel like she might take it if it's we're going like vote. Well, everyone loves Taeyeon and IU, but you know what I mean. Like I also feel like BB has a strong chance of winning this thing.
Also, I feel like out of everyone, BB's not really considered a vocalist. Like that's not her thing. And so I feel like her winning, like I said, BB that's literally did not like that song to go to yeah, to go from this, it shows versatility and I think and again, BB's a newer star in K-pop, so I definitely see she would if they don't give it to Taeyong or IU, I see BB sneaking it in and being the more exciting choice.
I do agree with everything you guys have said. Um, but unfortunately, I think Taeyeon's gonna take this. But I agree with everything. I want BB to win, but I feel like Taeyeon's. I feel like they're gonna give it to Taeyeon. Okay, let's
I
move on.
I
You,
feel like if Ailey was still around, I think she would be the only competition for Taeyong, but yeah.
okay, let's move on. Now we have Best Vocal Performance Group. We have G Idol nominated with their song called Fate. Da Vinci with I'll Be By Your Side. Akmu with their song called Hero. Plave. We have Plave. Plave got a nomination. Way for Love. And lastly, Red Velvet with Cosmic. Who do we think is going to take the award for Best Vocal Performance Group?
Let me tell you right now, I and this is the thing. What I would love is for Davichi. What I think is going to happen is Plave. The wave, oh my God, this is going to rhyme. The wave behind Plave, my goodness. People are obsessed with the Plave numbers. And like, yes, like Akmu and like Red Velvet. And I know if you're going to go with Logic, you're going to go, oh, okay, well, maybe like Red Velvet or Akmu or Davichi. But I feel like fans are going to vote through the roof for Plave. So we shall see.
I mean, I'm an old K-pop fan, and if you are an older fan, you know Da Vinci. Those girls sing down,
Mm,
and so
mm.
I would love Da Vinci to sorry, Davichi, ooh, Davichi, sorry. Well, they sing down. Um, and again, Cosmic's also really good. I would have to know Shade. This is me and Angel are agreeing tonight. Um, I see Play winning. I think they are again. I think the industry is moving into the sort of AI artists,
Mm-hmm.
and again and then and also the song's actually not that bad. I think this is a really great song. I think the most obvious choice is Davichi or Red Velvet because they are the vocal groups on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no shade. G Idol, I think, is just happy to be here in this category. Um, but yeah, I mean, again, if but I do think let's look out for Play.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised if they snag the win.
Yeah, I have to agree with you guys. I feel like fans are gonna vote for them like crazy because I have seen how intense fans go for these AI groups, and it's just funny to think about it because remember when um what's it, oh, Espa debuted with their AI version of like their AI idol, and everybody was like kind of roasting them and roasting SM for the whole idea of doing like AI groups. And then you also had G Idol that collaborated with that video game. I forgot the name of that video game. But they also had like this animation sort of thing going on. Um but like now
Also,
s- but now s-
remember, sorry, remember Maeve also? That group
yes.
that did Pandora, they're like that. I think this is their sister group. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's really interesting to see how public opinion has swayed from like making fun of AI groups or animated groups, and now like fully supporting them even more than like K-pop groups in a sense. So I think they might they might take this award home, but I agree with you guys. I would like to see DaVinci take it home as well. So let's move on to the next category, guys. So we have Best Band Performance. We have N Flying with Into You, Young Man, which is from the group Hyoko, featuring Sunset Roller Coaster. Then you have Welcome to the Show by Day 6, The Man Who Can't Die, and the Silk Cradle by Lucy. And lastly, you have TBH by QWER. Who do we think is going to take this award?
I think day six is.
Yeah, I agree. I think day 6.
I would like N Flying Twin. I actually like that band. But
Make your
no,
case. Make your
Basic is.
case, son. Make your case.
Uh,
Make your
y'all
case at the K-pop Bible.
y'all just want conflict. No,
See, I don't want conflict.
no. I mean, again, I'm a huge fan of the main vocalist in that band. I think he is immensely. I think he's immensely talented. The group is immensely talented. They they're from. Also, I like seeing groups from like not from smaller companies. And Flying is from the same group same company AOA was in, and also SF9. And again, I personally like the song, so they would be my sentimental fave to win, but I do see Day Six taking it.
Can we move on to the next category? Angel, can you present that? I gotta silence my dogs. They're barking like crazy.
Angel, pick a category that we can fight over. No, just pick a category.
First of all, Angel.
Hey, sorry, Angel, pick a category.
Lee, if you don't mute your microphone so I can pick a category.
Sorry. Okay, in my defense, it's not my fault that your cover name and
Okay, so while we go through human technical difficulties, I'm going to pick best choreography as the next category to talk about, even though the video is not playing. So, underneath best choreography, we have New Jeans with Supernatural, Illit Magnetic, Temin Guilty, Espa Supernova, Le Seraphim Crazy, Rise Impossible. So, how do we feel about this before I give my 2 cents?
well, you should go first.
Okay, Ash, I will.
You know,
I just named twice, and you believe that my real name slipped twice.
No, I only said it once because I say. Okay, so now Lee and I are having a little back and forth. Let's go back to this. welcome to the live, everybody. So my opinion is that this is going to be tight because this is a lot of really great powerhouse groups. Can we stop? So this is a lot of really great powerhouse choreography, and like everyone loves like Kevin's guilty like point choreography, but also like Espa's Supernova Breakdown choreography plays in my head like on an almost daily basis. But then again, like when are you not moving in slow motion like Kenjin and Le Seraphim? So it really is just like it's gonna be a toss up in my opinion. Like I don't know who and whoever it is, congratulations. CC, are you there? Do you want to save us from this?
Yes, girl.
Yeah, you see what's happening?
I
The
heard you.
girls are fighting.
I heard I heard a little bit of the tussle. Um so yeah, I oh this is a tough category because like uh, I don't know, but the Taemin in me wants to fight for Taemin for guilty because if we remember, Taemin did not even perform at any of the end of the year award shows with his song. So I would like for him to win for guilty. I would like for him to have his moment at the Mamas. I think that we can definitely make a argument for that because a lot of idols like cover that song like crazy and famously wasn't it discussed in like the Hype internal reports? So, you know, if you have these top of executives talking shit about you with your comeback because it's a little too scandalous, then you definitely deserve to win best choreography for me. So, I would like to see Taemin take this home. Just this category because I don't know if he has a chance in other ones. I don't know, but I'm making the case for Taemin. What about you, Lee?
Um, I would say I would give it to Taman Guilty only because how viral that song went. I think that song was had a huge moment, and I think Taman is again an amazing dancer. I know he's been passed over a few times in this category, and so again, I would just like him to definitely have his moment. And so yeah, I would give it to Taman. Like he's the only choreography that really sticks out in my mind.
But I also want to give flowers to Rise because impossible choreography, unless you are professionally trained, it is low key impossible. Like that's a 5, 6, 7, 8 plus a 1, 2. Like that is a whole boatload of very complex choreography. So if it was like, even though it's not, if it were to be based on complexity, like Rise would take it home.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but when I think of something like this, I definitely think that again, relevance and impact, and I feel like I said, Guilty had a huge impact. Like I feel like we couldn't go on TikTok without seeing one of these young fourth gen idols do it. Like you know what I mean? So again,
Lee, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just simply saying, if it were to be based on complexity, I would give it to Rise. But
like,
I know that it's not. We just had this. See, for those of you listening, we just had this whole discussion earlier about how Lee likes to look at things logically. And now that we're live, I introduced a tiny bit of logic, and all of a sudden it's met with, well, in reality, I digress. Cece, please.
I'm sorry, I just feel like the tension is still carrying over for that tussle. I'm sorry.
Let's move
Oh my
on.
god.
Let's move on and discuss best dance performance male solo. So we have Jungkook standing next to you. Next we have Who. Of course, it's by Jimin. Then we have Pleasure Shop by Key, Guilty by Taemin, and lastly on this category we have Tap by Taeyong. Who do we want who do we want to take this award, but who do we think the general public is gonna vote for?
I wouldn't mind giving it to Guilty.
Mm.
However,
However, I feel like I don't think he can take both
I
home.
actually wouldn't be. I wouldn't be mad if Jungkook took this. I actually really like the
mm.
choreography from Standing Next to
Standing next
You.
to you. Hmm.
Yeah, no, I like that. I mean, I like the choreography. I liked how cool and sexy it was, and the essence it was giving. Um, yeah, no, I actually wouldn't mind. Also, the voting power behind him is also very large, very extensive.
Mm,
Same for Jimin, but I actually wouldn't mind seeing. Also, I love the song, so I wouldn't mind
Jungkook.
seeing Jungkook take this, but
Mhm.
I can also see Lee Taemin taking it.
Mhm.
Well, I'm going to put my tinfoil hat on because this is something that Lee and I brought up earlier in a
Ooh.
discussion offline.
Oh.
But
Ooh. Some
because
insider
the thing
tea.
is, logically, you would think that either Jungkook or Jimin would take it just for sheer voting power. But we were having a discussion of like, does mom only give out awards to people who actually show up? So if that was the case, then I think it would probably go to Temin because Taeyong is also in the military, even though that tap tap on the cheek choreography went super viral. And then even Pleasure Shop, like, you're welcome. Like even like he got a win from that song and like it is super viral. So I feel like it could be between a shiny dippy dippy and dippy dippy. So who knows?
I was gonna say that too. That'd be
Thank you
really
for this logic.
that'd be really fun to see that. But yeah, unfortunately, because Taeyong went to the military, he really didn't get to promote that song. But I really liked it. It was cute, and I liked his outfits for it. I know we're judging on dance, okay? So, but it's unfortunate that if that Taeyong won't be able to attend this award show. But it's surprising that he got nominated because other well, let me not get into this. Let me not get into this. It's gonna side
Next
us.
conversation. Go to
It's
the
gonna
next one.
sidetrack us.
Okay, let's
Okay.
go to the next one.
So next category we have best dance performance female solo. So we have Nae Young with ABCD. We have Sunmi with Balloon in Love. We have Freak by Yuki. You and Me by Jenny. And lastly, Hwasa with Na. Who do we want to win, but who do we think general public is going to vote for?
Okay, first of all, first of all, is there technically choreography in each of these? Kind of, but
Ooh, the shade,
I
the
think
shade.
it's not shade, but I'm just making an observation. I think. See, I would want Kwasa to win with Nah, not just
Mm,
because Kirsten made the choreography and I love Kirsten,
mm-hmm,
but then I'm also like the fandom of Jenny versus Nyan is
mm,
also very strong. So I feel like it could go to Nyan, but I also
yeah,
wouldn't be surprised if Jenny took it. But
mm-hmm,
I want Kwasa to take it. And that's not to say I don't like Sunmi or
right,
Yuki's songs, but like I just feel like the choreography isn't as prominent
mm-hmm,
as the other three.
mm-hmm. I mean, but I will say we have seen where this award has gone to for previous nominees. Which is the reason why I think the mamas change how fans can vote now because now they have a panel that gets to also vote and then they have of course the fan vote, but they're changing up the way these awards get won because fan vote has sort of skewed the award show in one way over the other, and I think a lot of the criticism comes from, I mean, a lot of the criticism about award shows in general is that there's not really transparency behind how these awards get handed out, but it's easy for you to sort of manipulate the vote in favor of your favorite artist. And I think unfortunately like people that have smaller fandoms that can't really rally the support or host these voting parties and like um do all the things that fans do. Unfortunately, artists that come from smaller companies or just independent artists or just artists that don't really have that strong fan base don't end up taking these awards even though they are deserving of the awards. But for me, I agree. I would like for Hwasa to take this home. I love the dance. I know people criticize it because they said it had too much of a Psy influence, but I don't see that as an insult. I think Hwasa in her own, like Hwasa, when I think of her, like she's an amazing performer. Not only can she sing incredibly, but she can also give you a 5, 2, 6, 7, 8. Like she is one of those performers in K-pop that I just love watching because I know that she's just gonna give it her all for every performance. But I hope that she takes this category, but I think the general public, it taking into account how strong the fandom is, I think Jenny might take this.
Um,
What about you, Lee?
yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I was gonna say hold on. Sorry, just sneeze. Summy's an interesting choice in this category. Piggyback off of what Angel said. I don't remember that song having prominent choreography, or it's not memorable to me. Um, because literally this could be set for anything. So I was just like, um, I know. I actually wouldn't mind Hwasa. Again, I think the only three that has a chance in this category is Nayeon, Jenny, and Hwasa. I I love Nam, that overall video, but I actually really did love the choreography from Me and You. Um, and I know Nayeon had a huge viral moment with ABCD, but yeah, I think one of those three are definitely going to take it. I can't say which one because it comes down to voting and also what internal delegation that Mnet has to determine winners. But I think those will most likely see one of those three take it home.
Did we discuss male group for best dance performance? I don't think so, right?
No, and this is where the rat race is going to start.
Okay, cool. Okay, let me show my browser then. Okay. So now we have best dance performance male group. The nominees are 17 with God of Music, and Hyphen with Sweet Venom, NCT 127 with Fact Check. We have Rise with Love 119. Oh, my bad. Stray Kids with La 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 La. TS TWS with Plot Twist. Who do we think is taking this award home?
I mean, this is probably one of the few categories I would be happy with any of these groups winning. I actually enjoyed all the choreography here. If
Mm-hmm.
I had to pick a favorite, it would probably be it would probably have to be Stray Kids. But
Mm.
I actually really do like Pink Venom. I do like the Michael Jackson influence that they were trying to give Sweet Venom. Yep,
Mm-hmm.
Sweet Venom. I actually really enjoyed the Michael Jackson influence that they were giving in this song. Um, but again, I liked all these choreographies. So I would actually be happy with anyone winning. But I definitely, if I had to cast my vote, Stray Kids.
So I would love for NCT 127 to win, even though barely any of them are active right now. Because like the factor choreography, even like the choreography video is just absolutely
Mm-hmm.
amazing. And not to say that the other choreographies aren't. Like out of all the best dance performance for them to choose Love 119 from Rise, I'm kind of like, huh? Um, but I think just from like sheer fandom power, I have a strong feeling Hyphen's gonna take this one.
CC.
Are we ready to move on to the next category? Or I'm sorry, did I say who I wanted?
Yeah, no, you did not. That's why I was like CC.
Oh, I agree with Lee. I want Stray Kids to take it. I think they had like an amazing year, and I think that it'd be great to see them take home this category. But I do agree with Angel as well. I do think Fact Checked was a great song, but I don't know, like I feel like it's not gonna go to them just because like who's gonna
The
show up?
The
Well,
controversy, the
yes, the
drama.
competition, yes, the competition, but it's like I feel like I
No,
feel
you
like
said the controversy, not the competition.
the
The
controversy.
scandal,
Oh, yes. See, I forgot about him. He who shall not be named. Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Like, who is this man?
I didn't even see. I I really did forget about him. Listen, I'm
But what
that
you're
person.
saying is he is
Listen,
not.
listen, listen, listen. I am that person. I am willing to let go of someone if I have to. Like, I am not those fans that hold on to someone. And that's not to say, whoa, that's not to say I was a fan of his. I'm just saying, in general, like, I know there's like K-pop fans that hold on to their favorites even though they've been canceled or they've done like questionable things or whatever. But I'm quick to let that go. So yes, I erased him out of my mind. But yes, keeping
So what you're
controversy
saying,
in mind, yeah,
pause,
it might not go to them. Yeah, Stray Kids. Yeah, sorry.
pause. What you're saying is that you could literally walk past him on the street and you would not know who this
I
man
would
is.
not know this man. Insert the Kiki
Oh,
Palmer meme right here. I wish I could do that. I do not know this man.
gone and forgotten.
Gone
Next.
and forgotten. Next. Okay, let's move on to the next category. We did talk about female, so there's there's another category called wait, how is this different? Okay, there's another category called best choreography. Um and it's not divided by like groups. I just think it's just one big thing.
But
It's
I think you
mixed.
skipped over the female one because I think we did this one while you were testing
Did
us
we
out.
do this one?
Yes, we did.
I thought you guys did the female.
No,
No,
because
we.
we talked about guilty with Taman. We
Yeah,
didn't do
best guilty.
female.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
So yeah.
then I know
Okay.
this is a little redundant. What's the difference between best dance performance and best choreography?
Well,
Yeah.
now we have Batty in the mix. We have
Yeah. Okay, so best dance performance we have for female group we have Super Lady G Idol, New Jeans with House Sweets, Magnetic Illit, Espa, Supernova, Batty, Ive, and lastly Easy with Lee Seraphim. Who do we think is gonna take this award?
I would want Supernova to take this. I actually really like
Mm,
Supernova and the performance. I love the choreography. If I don't see Espa winning, I definitely could see
Illit.
let's I was gonna say I could see La Seraphine taking it for easy.
Mm.
Um I mean, any of these groups I can see taking it. I love Batty, but I put my money on Expo to like taking it home.
I think it's gonna go to Illit. I think
oh, you go.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go to them because like okay, thinking about like the other categories, I feel like this one they definitely can take home just because if you think about the success that that dance had on TikTok and the chokehold it had on every single idol, like even Hwasa danced to this. So I think they have a high chance of taking this award home based on that, just based on how viral that went. Controversy aside, with like the whole thing with Hybe and Min Hee Jin and plagiarism, blah 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 blah. Controversy aside, I think this is gonna go to Illit. You may go, Angel.
So I was gonna say, even though I would love for, so I was gonna say, even though I love Supernova and I would love for it to win, I too think Ella's gonna take it from like fans. Like I know there's a panel, but even like the actual choreography itself, like is like very addictive, very fun, and is a little complex because it takes a little coordination. But then once you get it, you're like, that's my mumble singing. But yeah, I think Illit might take it.
Next,
Next. Let's see. You guys already went over best choreography, best original soundtrack. So we have first person. It's for the original soundtrack for the K drama My Demon. It's by Roy Kim. The song is called Whenever, Wherever. Next song is Heavenly Fate for the original soundtrack for A Not So Fairy Tale, sung by Lee Chang Sub. Then you have Sudden Shower, sung by Eclipse, Dream by Taeyeon, and lastly, you have Love You with All of My Heart, which was performed by Crush. Who do we think is going to take this award for Best Original Soundtrack?
So as the resident drama watcher,
That's true.
I have seen I've seen all these dramas and I've listened to all these songs. So I was very much like, ooh. Um,
This is your category. This is your category.
this is one of my categories, yes. Um, to be honest, I think this I wouldn't be surprised if Crush took it for Love You with All My Heart. That was such a huge drama, and I think that there was so much around that drama. Also, Crush is an amazing artist, an amazing singer, and so yeah, I see him taking it. If not, I mean, it's Taeyong, and Taeyong sings down. So I think it's between Crush and Taeyong, um, only because those two dramas were really big, and also I would put my money on those two.
Mm,
I think it's probably gonna go to Taeyeon. I personally would love to see Sub take it. Maybe it's just my Melody Heart B2B fans now. But I just think like he just expresses such emotion, and like not like none of them do. I mean, they all do, but like I don't know. I just feel like his song is definitely a strong contender. So if it's not Taeyeon or Crush, I think Sub could take it.
Do you think he would be a more exciting choice?
I wouldn't use the word exciting. I would say it would be a good choice, a quality choice. But when I think exciting, I think about high energy, and I don't necessarily associate this category with high
Or
energy.
like not like exciting in terms of higher exciting meaning like, oh, this isn't the obvious choice. This is something a little eh, okay, this is interesting.
No, because also like Roy Kim is also a very talented soloist and has been for many years. So it's like I feel like this entire category is one of those categories where I'm not surprised with the lineup. It's just a matter of who's going to take it home.
I agree with Angel. I think this category has a lot of good contenders and anyone here can take it, but I feel like unfortunately it might be between Taeyeon and Crush taking it home. But we'll see, we'll see. Let's move on to the next category. Now this one might have us talking. It might have us debating, in fact. So this category is best rap and hip hop music. First song is Boys Like Girls. Then we have Small Girl, Die for You, Lost, and Spot. Who do we think is going to take this award home?
When you talk about a stat category, um I mean, I like all these songs. um Again, I'm not an army fan, but I actually really do love RM.
You're not an
The
army
song.
fan. You mean you're not an
I'm not
army?
part of the army. I'm not part of the army. I'm not part of the army, bro. It's been a long day. I have a cold. It is what it's gonna be. I'm not a huge BTS fan. That's what it is. I'm not a huge BTS fan, but I actually really do enjoy Lost. I actually think this is a really dope song. I mean, I love RM's flow on this.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, but I do remember a spot in that moment that it was
Mm.
Zico and Jenny. That was a moment. Also Dean. I mean, I love seeing Dean again. Um, but yeah, I actually see Ratmon. I actually see RM taking this. I actually think he has the fanfare. It's a really good song, and yeah, and the song had a moment. So go on, go off.
Here's the thing. Die for You isn't really a rap song or a hip hop song. It's more R&B. So why did they put it in this category? I mean, okay, I understand there's they don't have an R&B. They should have an R&B category. Why don't the mamas have an R&B category? Um but unfortunately, like I don't know, I think Dean came and went. Like I feel like I don't want to compare him to like I was gonna say comparing him to Normani. I don't want to compare him to Normani, but it's just the fact that this man has not released like music consistently. Like, and he came back with a single which I loved the single, but he didn't even promote it. He just dropped it and that was it. So I don't know. I don't think he would take this home. I think it's gonna be a competition between Spot and Lost. Personally, I listen to Spot a lot more. I liked that collaboration with Zico and Jenny. It had the same essence that Dean had when he collaborated with Hayes, if you remember back in the day. That's what that song gave to me. So I like that song. It's definitely on my constant rotation. But what about you, Angel? Who would you vote for this category?
So if we're talking about an exciting choice, Lee Young Ji and Do Kyung Soo, where the XOLs at? Let's go. Because Small Girl, like Young Ji is on fire. Like she's on fire so much so that she interviewed Tyler. So she's what? I can't. But like truly, like that would be an exciting choice for her to take it. Let's just say this. I know for a fact boys like girls is not taking it. And if for some reason they do, something's rigged. Because like the other that was a strong statement, but whatever. But like I feel like of course like everyone's excited to have Dean sing RM, like even the army that aren't necessarily like super big into like the members' side quests, I feel like would really support it. And like problematic past as it well, past and maybe present as it be,
Mm,
Zico and Jenny with like Spot, like
mm.
it's like it's catchy, you know. But I feel like Small Girl would be an exciting choice to win.
Also,
I do agree with you.
you didn't see my face how you spoke about Dean earlier. I felt so disrespected as a Dean
Why?
fan because first
Girl,
of all,
girl, I'm a Dean fan.
you
I saw Dean perform live at a club when he
and
came
I
to New
dropped
York
raw
City.
exactly,
But you
and you
weren't
dropped
there. Were you in there? Were
I
you
dropped
in
raw,
there?
sir.
You weren't there though.
You
You
are
weren't
by
in
my
there. You
album
weren't
and
in
by my
there.
album, which I supported financially as well. Don't do that. Um,
See, I'm not the only one who tussles on this pod.
yeah, it's cool because I have never. Um, well, okay, with Dean, I think is it rap in the traditional way? No, like melodic rap is a thing, and I feel like if we do want to see, I do see it fitting the song fitting into sort of a melodic rap style, and so I see him. That's why he's in the category. I'm not really adding to anything. I just wanted to defend Dean. You know, that's really why I got on here today. Thank you so much. Next.
Okay, let's move on. Next category, we have best collaboration. First up is Yes or Yes. That was a collaboration between
Yes
Groove.
or no?
Yes or No. Ooh, me. I'm thinking about twice. I'm thinking
Wrong song.
Yes or No by Groovy Room, Yunjin and Crush. Then you have Taxi Blur, J Park, and Natty. Even for a moment, Sung Si Kyung and Naul, Small Girl, Lee Young Ji, and Do Kwang So. Wait, hold on. And lastly, it's Spot with Zico and Jenny. Who do we think is going to take the award for best collaboration?
So I like Taxi Blur. I think that was a really Nettie and Jay Park was actually a
Mm,
really dope pairing. I would never expect. I when they came out with the track. I was like, but I actually really love it. Both JYP alums, so
Mm.
you know. Um, I would actually feel like I would actually like to give it to Small Girl. I think Dio and Youngji made a great pairing on this. Yeah, I would like to give it to them. If not, my second place would be Taxi Blur. Again, the obvious choice is Spot. I don't see that. I do see, them, despite, the controversies and the rumors and the nastiness. That was a Real Housewife reference. Um, I see them. I see them. I see them taking it. So I just completely lost train of thought. But I would like to see Small Girl or Taxi Boy take it.
Why, look at that. Lee and I sort of agree. Because it's like, yes, like Spot. Yes. For those of you that probably haven't picked up, Lee and I are in the same room, so I can see all of Lee's expressions, and it's hilarious. We're communicating by vision. Um, so yes, Spot is like, I feel like Spot is probably going to take it from like fan votes. I would
Mhm.
love for Small Girl to take it, but I also would love for like, and I know this is just me being a fangirl, being a 16-year long K-pop fan who remembers 2 p.m. as a total group. But like, I would love for Jay Park to kind of have a quote unquote redemption moment and have Taxi Blur as this win with like him and Natty. Because I think they're a great pairing. And like for me, like I've always loved Jay Park's music and like that's not gonna fade. Um Outside of music, y'all can fight yourself. But like in terms of music alone, I think this is a really great collaboration.
Yeah.
So obvious choice Spot. I hope Small Girl, if not Taxi Blur. Um, and like Yes or No was cute, but like I just feel like the others are just more like popular.
Mm.
Cece?
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys as well. I think that this should definitely not go to Zico and Jenny because I feel like they'll win that for the previous category. So I can see this going to Small Girl. Like I know how that literally did go viral too. Um and just like seeing like the dynamic between both of the artists and how like they were like joking about like being each other's like Kwangso being her boyfriend. So that was a cute moment. And Taxi Blur with Jay Park and Natty, like yeah, like that was definitely a collaboration that I didn't see coming, but I loved it. Like I loved just how they both vibe off each other. And I think it'd be a good way to I don't know, like I feel like they're both strong performers and I feel like they brought that to the song and I don't know. I'd like to see either of these two win this category as well.
Side note, Jay Park released a collaboration with Chunga, Wait a Minute, which
Mm.
we did cover on the podcast as well. Check that episode out. Um, do you feel like that would have a stronger choice of winning in this category, or do you feel like Taxi Blur was the right choice?
Oh, to like be nominated?
Yes, and to win.
I just feel like unfortunately I don't know, I feel like the mamas overlooked Chunga this year. And I feel
And I
like
definitely think,
yeah, continue.
and I was gonna say, I definitely think so too. But I also think that like this year, Kiss of Life is really having to come up, and I
Mhm.
think that kind of following that traction, I think this is a really great next step. But I do say justice for Chunga at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like unfortunately she's definitely like but yeah, I agree. I mean, Kiss of Life is given a moment, so they had to do it. But let's move on to next category. We have Best Female Artist. First one on the dock. Um First nomination is Jenny, of course. Then we have IU, followed by Neon, Yuki, and lastly, Taeyeon to round off this category. Who do we think is going to take this award? Or who would we like to win?
So definitely the girls that are. First of all, I'm surprised that Lisa wasn't nominated in this category at
Interesting,
first,
interesting.
only because she had just won Best K-pop at the VMAs,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
so I wouldn't be so. I thought that they would piggyback on that star power and nominate her because Lisa would show up, she would come and perform. Because again, unspoken rule at the Mamas: if you show up, you and perform, you get an award.
Yeah.
Um, but I definitely see if we see sorry, so much is happening around us. If we look at, I think Taeyong and IU are Korea's two rating top female soloists. So
Mm-hmm.
they definitely, I think, are the front runners. It's usually a battle between Taeyong and um IU. Um Jenny, I don't feel like Jenny. I definitely see the blinks coming through and really giving her that award, even though Mantra just came out like not even that long ago. So did she even dominate the year? Is she the most relevant girl of the year? I don't know. That's no shade. No shade to Yuki. Um, listen, the win is the nomination itself, and so we will kudos for you to be in a in a class of very amazing women to be recognized against your role models. Fierce. I'm really not trying. I really tried to say that in a way that wasn't shady at all, but I think I failed.
That
um,
was your attempt at no shit.
no,
Jesus.
because like sometimes the nomination is the win. Like let's be honest, K-pop does not have because no shade, Chang could have been here, but we're not going to get into that. Summi could have been here. No, she cannot be here. I'm so sorry. I just tried it. I really did. um, there's so many other no shade. Yuki's um a few of Yuki's group members could have been in this category to round this out. No shade. I, we won't. I won't say who, but whoever wants to fill in that could. Because I'm really here to be bestie. I've been very, besides a few tussles, I've been on my best behavior. I feel like we're now getting into the categories that matter. All categories matter, but not all categories are built the same.
Talking about this category.
And this category is a category to talk about. Now, since we no longer tussle, we're getting a lot of keying. See what happens? We love and hate each other at the same time.
This is what difference of opinion actually means.
Okay, so I don't know if that's shading me, but I'll take it.
It's not shading you, it's about society at large.
True.
But let's
That's true.
continue.
That's true.
But
That's true.
and so again, I feel like the solo categories tend to be the lacking of the major categories. No shade because the girls that should be in the category aren't in the category, and the girls that for some reason are this category has award and beating with a dead horse over and over again are still in this category. Where's Kwanzaa? Where's Solar?
Mm.
Where's all of Mamamoo? To be honest, that could have been them. No shade. You could have given me a former who's the main vocalist from IZO? She could have been in here. No, or who's the Queen of Waterbomb?
Unbe.
Queen of Water. Unbeam could have been in here. No shade. Jess, never mind. But she.
Jesse. I mean, say it.
I just had to mute myself because Angel's going off. Yeah, she could have been. There's girls that could have been in this category. And so for me, this is a category that's a little. She could have been. And so for me, let's be honest. This is Yuki. Thank you for coming. Your leader could have been in here. That would have been a stronger fight. Your the main vocalist could have been here. That would have been a stronger fight. But thank you, Yuki, for being.
Please get your foot off this poor woman's neck.
Sorry. But honestly, the shade Nyan, she's there too. Like, no shade. You know? I mean, she. If listen, if the Once is band together, Nyan could come out and storm. But you're
Mm.
really against no shade, Korea's Taylor Swift, and two, and because no shade, Ailey and because Ailey and Yorin are doing it anymore currently. That's and sometimes that's no fault of their own. The public is slow to think. But Taeyong is at this point the equivalent to Beyonce. She is Korea's voice. The battles between them. So one of
Mm.
them are going to take it. I'd rather give it to the singer, no shade, but now you can take it.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
That's
Mm.
it.
That got very heated real fast, real fast. I would like to see this go to Naeon too. I feel like she had an amazing year, and not just that, but I feel like her last comeback. What was her last comeback? Pop, like her debut, and then her following up with ABCD. Like I feel like she did. I liked what she presents with us, and I don't know. I feel like I don't know if I don't know if Jenny just releasing like what one song is deserving to be best female artist of the year. So I was surprised when I saw her in this category. Um, Same with like other artists who just like release a song or like I feel like if you're gonna be best female artist, like I need an album, mini album, an album. Not really a mini album, but I need an album. I need you to have a moment.
Well,
Um,
also, like, honestly, that's where I think, like, backing up Lee's point, like, I for sure think Foster should have been on this list, but
yeah, for
that's
sure.
neither here nor there.
Yeah,
Do
like
you feel like Jenny's on this list for everything that not because of the year she's had, not necessarily the output, because she was in the weekend's show
oh,
that
that's
came and went.
true. She was one of the
You know,
girls. One of the girls.
you and I was like, what viral, and then do you think that she and also she has been viral? Like, do you feel like she's getting this not because she's the female music act of the year, but she's just she's a relevant name.
But also she was nominated in other categories, so I think it's just they just whoever was nominated in other categories they threw into this one.
For
But
example,
obviously they had to cut some people off, but let's move on to next category. It might get us equally as heated. We have Best Male Artist. First person, Baekhyun. Second, Jungkook. Third, Jimin. Fourth, Taemin. And finally, Lim Young Woon. Who do we think deserves this award, and who is going to end up taking this award for the night?
Angel of My Dreams. You want to go first?
Well, my Levy, you can go first.
I definitely think. I mean, again, I would give. Okay, if we're going on projects and music, I would have to give it to Jungkook. Again,
Mm,
I loved it. I really liked his album.
mm-hmm.
Jimin also put out a nice project. Again, the kind of music Jungkook does, I'm more of a fan. That's more of my essence. Um, again, Jimin's in the Jungkook's in the military, so there's that. Um, I definitely see based on. I think okay. So the voting's going to be split between in terms of fan base votes. The voting between Jungkook and Jimin is going to be split. And so I think if their fan base is going to be splitting who they're going to vote for, I definitely think because Lim Young Wook, beautiful talent, stunning man, judge does it. Like I don't see him winning. He he is he is my dark horse that I can see winning, but he's not the obvious choice. I do I do think the former SM boys can could rally again. I like Pineapple. I did love that Zhuzh, sexy in the air. You know that it's star of stage and screen Lee Francesco Tamen. So he could. But I definitely see either either um Baekhyun or Taemin taking this.
So I'm gonna say, oh, because the thing is, in my mind, globally, I feel like yes, like Cookie and Chim Chim are gonna have their army vote and their solo stand vote, and then Beckon has XOLs behind him. Temin is icon as he is. So it's like for me, it's actually a little bit more between Temin and Im Young Woong because those Ajima fans can shut it. They can organize. Let me tell you something. Some Im Young Woong Ajima fans can organize a vote, not just from like them as them being fans, but their entire families. These women are connected in communities globally. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up winning from that, very organized organization of organizing votations around the globe ocean.
Yeah, I agree with I agree with Angel. I feel like he might take the award, but I don't know. This category is tough because I feel like we're overlooking Jimin a little bit. But yeah, I feel
You
like
mean literally or just
in this list, like I feel unfortunately, I don't know if Jimin's gonna take it home. I'ma just say it right now. For any army listening,
sorry?
I love y'all. I love y'all to death. I party with y'all. But unfortunately, Jimin is gonna be overlooked here. I think the real
Has
compet
no fault of his own. I think to be honest, it's something, and the representative of the army is here, and so they can maybe. Do you think Jimin's the reason why I think I'm overlooking Jimin is something about his music that is either a hit because there's some songs that I think people love, or it's a really big miss. Like, do you feel the inconsistency of people loving his music might be his Achilles heel in this category?
I think where it comes to is the fact that he is enlisted. And I think the difference is that Jungkook was able to release his music while he was still an idol or sort of active. Like we've had Jungkook like do music um a bit longer than Jimin got to. Like Jimin released his stuff while he was in the military. So I mean, well, no, Jimin did release his song and promoted it, but I'm saying like I feel like John Cook's period of promotion in terms of promoting himself as a solo artist has been longer than Jimin's, and I feel like that's what's sort of like I feel like Jungkook, even though his promotion period is not recent, I feel like he was able to have more of that impact and connect with people with the music that he released, and really give us Jungkook the soloist. But I don't think Jimin has been able to do that yet, and that's why we're overlooking him here. But
So, what do you think?
as a representative army, because you know,
Yeah, because girl, you're not going to live in the army. I was like, why are you making me up? I'm like, this is not your political party. Stop
Stop
it.
it.
Use
Use
this for
it
the
for the
SOLs.
SOLs.
girl.
So hello everyone. The second I open my mouth. Right. So this is the thing. And first of all, if you missed it earlier, I was making a height joke about overlooking. So the thing is, and this is the thing, because Jimin is actually my bias in BTS. In terms of, I'm looking at this from the perspective of like, how will the public vote? And I think in terms of soloist power, especially in the army world, I do feel like a lot of fans are going to have to either alternate voting for Chim Chim versus Cookie if they can vote more than once, or they're gonna vote for Jungkook. And I think it's more so similarly along the lines of what CC said of like I feel like Chim Chim's been able to show us himself as a soloist, but I feel that Jungkook's discography has reached a broader audience than Jimin's has. I feel like Jimin's is still very much in the world of ARMY, in the world of K-pop fans. Like, yes, some people globally will kind of recognize the name, but I feel like if we're talking about like international voting, I feel like Jungkook might have a stronger hold on the vote for this award, in my opinion, allegedly.
So Jim is a cult star. Jungkook is a superstar. You see it next.
Let's sorry, but who I would like to see it's between Jungkook or Taemin, but I feel like mm, it's tough. Shout out to Baekhyun, he came back from military, he did what he did, but I don't know, I don't feel like I connected with Baekhyun as much as like I don't feel like Baekhyun moved me as much as Jungkook or Taemin moved me, if that makes sense. So, next category before we take everything. Best new artist, best new female artist. Illit, Baby Monster, Meow, QWER, uh Unis and Young Posse. Who do we think is taking this award?
Um, no shade. Illit. Like Illit's the only girl here. Illit had that reality show that was controversial a little bit. Their song went viral. Their debut song went viral. Um, and to be honest, their second song is doing really well, and so their comeback's doing really well. So I see Ullet winning. I think no shade. I don't see Baby Monster or Meow winning. And these other three groups, I don't think have the name recognition that they need to really bring it to us like they should in this fight. So Illit, come to the center.
Yeah, I think Illit's gonna take this one, not just because I've been dragging Baby Monster's music through the mud, because it's just, I just feel like Meow has like a strong fandom. Young Posse, I've seen them live and they're very talented. The other two I'm not super familiar with. So I just say I think Illit. Like, even though there was a lot of controversy, Hyde is gonna make their coin and is gonna make their people stars. And Illit already has such a strong fandom that I think they're just going to take it.
Interesting. I feel like it's gonna be between Illit and Baby Monster. Um, Personally, I would vote for Baby Monster because I just feel like I listen to their music more than I listen to Illit. I mean, Illit hasn't had that many releases, but I can see the argument for Illit taking this home. Let's move on to best new artist. It's gonna be for male this time. We have the group. Oh my god, there's so many. Let me just let all of these load before I discuss them. Okay, so we have Ampers and One, 82 Major, All Hours, NCT Wish, Nowadays, and TWS. Who do we think is gonna take this award?
So, riding off a pattern, I think TWS is probably going to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just like looking at like following alone, I feel like if you're like a second gen K-pop fan, you're probably like, who on earth? But like once again, under Hyde, I think they have a really strong chance of like doing it. Like yeah, because Ampersand One is under FMC Entertainment, and like guess what? This FMC has many talented groups as we've gone over. NCT Wish is like the Japanese arm of NCT, and I think the final chapter of NCT. 82 Major I've heard of on TikTok, but I'm not super familiar. I'm gonna do some investigating. But I definitely think for now, I think TWS is gonna take it.
Me and Angel are agreeing again. It's the low blow. Don't do that. I think let's be honest. Okay, so the first group, I mean, 82 Major, I know the main thing that gets them viral is one of the members is the younger brother of P1 Harmony's Kiho, and I think
Mm,
that sort of has bring a lot of the attention to them. Um, but also no shade, P1H Harmony is not really a major group like that in terms of the conversation and fan base in terms of I don't think that group can ride P1's Harmony's fame and fan base to a win, no shade. If this was, say, if that little boy was related to somebody in Stray Kids or something, then maybe. NTC Wish, I mean, sorry, NCT Wish, it's still under the NTC brand. So NCT brand, and I think NCT, third time, is not it's not a new group. You know what I mean? Like, I think the
mm,
fact is that name recognition has been around for so long, and eventually those boys are going to be integrated into some major project that all 82 billion of them are going to do in the future. I think again that name recognition is it's not stale, but it's very much like we know this, we've been here, we've seen it. I think to be honest, TWS is the only group with name recognition really here in the conversation. They're the only group right now that I think has a large enough fan base on their own. Yes,
mm-hmm.
built through Hive Entertainment, but again, I think they're a part of the conversation. So I would give it to them.
Okay, let's move on. Best male group, I believe, is next. We have first one, 17, followed by Tomorrow X Tomorrow, and hyphen, NCT Dream, Stray Kids, and Zero Base One. Who do we think is gonna take this award home?
Okay, so I think 17 is a front runner. I think they've had a really great year. I think their tour was amazing. They had so many viral moments. Thank you, Mingyu, for dancing to Sticky. I really appreciated that. Um, and again, I think they released a really solid project. They had really good numbers. And so I think they're definitely somebody that I think could really win Tomorrow X together. So again, they're very much like a shiny to me, where I think that shiny to me has always had a very annoying run to where they always come out with another major group of that year. I think NTXT is amazing. I think their music did well. I don't think it created the splash that it needed. Again, when I think of the top male group of 2024, I don't think of them. I think they're one of, but they're not the. Um, in hyphen to me still a little new. Yes, I think in hyphen is becoming. They haven't arrived. You know,
Hmm.
they're like Bushwick to me. You're up and coming, but you're not like here yet. Um, let's be honest. NCT Dream, let's be honest. SM and the Mamas met, and also SM is facing a boycott. So there could be a moment that stuff could happen. Uh, Stray Kids is like very much like a TXT where they're popular, their fans love them, but I don't think that the Mamas would give. They're that group that the Mamas will nominate them for name power at international. but I don't think they're fully I don't think that they're fully arrived yet. Um, Zero Base One. Let's be honest. We remember the last time Mamas nominated a freshly debut reality show boy group. We remember how we felt when 101 came through and did a little bit of some big ones. The girls weren't happy. So I would say 17 is the. I think 17 is the obvious choice. I think they're the best choice, and so I would give it to 17.
That
Angel.
was a dissertation.
Right, right, right. He broke it down by group.
Truly. I'm not gonna do that. um, but what I will say is that this might come down to, and while I think all these groups are great, I think it might be a battle between Zero Base One and Hyphen. And while personally I kind of want it to go to Stray Kids, I feel like it might come down to those two. Cece?
Well, I'm gonna make the argument for Stray Kids. I think they had a great year as well. Um, and I don't know. I feel like I can see the argument for everyone though, like 17, Stray Kids, and Hyphen, TXT. I don't know. It's a tough category, so I wouldn't be mad if someone else took that award. I'm not really that passionate about this.
So we
Um,
won't know until the envelope opens.
let's move on to best female group. We have New Jeans, G Idol, aespa, IVE, Lee Seraphim, and Twice. Who do we think is gonna take this award home?
Let me just say, I want to live stream Min Hee Jin watching this.
Ooh.
You have New Jeans and aespa in the same category. And if
Mm.
aespa were to take this home, I want to see that CCTV. I want to know. I think it would, I don't even, like, I can't even begin. Like, oh, it would be a great watch. Now, who do I want to invest female group? Honestly, I kind of do want aespa to take it out of this
Mhm.
lineup. Like, of course, like Twice, they work hard around the world, around the clock, every year. So I do see them as a strong contender. I think with the whole Coachella thing, that might have cost the Seraphim this award for this year. Because I know like they're making it up and they're singing live now and stuff, but I'm like, they would need to do another Coachella esque performance for like a full public redemption, in my opinion, allegedly.
Mhm.
I think IVE is great. They did their successful tour. G Idol also did their tour. I went to see them live and they are amazing. But I really feel like, and of course, like New Jeans is a great group, but I do feel like aespa should bring the drum, and take this one home.
I agree with Angel. I think aespa had an amazing year, and not to say that other groups didn't have the same, but I feel like aespa had like the biggest splash. If you think about it in terms of like their comebacks and just what they just brought to the table. And I don't know, I feel like twice we with twice we kind of don't get a break with them because we get them every single year, you know. um G Idol, G Idol also did great this year, but I feel like aespa is just, I feel like they just, I feel like they in this sense outshined what G Idol did for this year. So that's who I want to vote for. What about you, Lee?
Okay, so y'all are too nice with this. No shade. Twice is just here on name recognition alone.
Ooh,
No shade.
ooh,
Twice is here on name recognition. The one solo, the one comeback that they did as a group, youth or whatever, they could have missed me with that.
ooh.
That did not do numbers. They did not win a trophy. Period. Sorry, it was the Nyan show. Twice is most redeeming. Twice is here based on Nyan's back. I'm gonna
Ooh,
say it.
ooh, ooh.
Nyan has been doing the work.
Oh,
She's the only one that has
damn.
had a
So you would say MISAMO did not have as much as well. MISAMO has done some stuff.
So why isn't Misamu nominated?
It's best female group. I think maybe
Best female male group?
I feel like maybe Twice is just thrown in there as Twice because I mean to
Or
individually
maybe it's because
nominate
Nayeon and MISAMO had such a great year, and
right.
Julie had this catchy little one too that they just decided to go. You know what? Put all of them in.
Put them all in. Yeah, let's count them
So
as a
do you
group.
think Chewie's 80s dance throwback is a contributing factor to
I'm
this?
just saying, if we're gonna go, hey, put in whoever. If you're gonna include one, might as well include them all. That's all
Yeah.
I'm.
But I'm sorry, Twice to me is again because Red Velvet's not here, Blackpink's not here. Like we
What did Red Velvet and Blackpink do this year in
wasn't
2024?
Cosmic was released this year.
Yeah, but that one song is not enough to put Red Velvet on.
Yeah, no, what I'm
Yeah,
saying is
but that album was more to celebrate their anniversary of being in the industry. It wasn't really a comeback
I said what I
comeback.
said. I think Twice is here on name recognition.
Damn,
The
that hurts because
Seraphine,
that comes from a once.
and I live for the girls, but I will listen. I'm fair. Listen, if my girls don't do it, they don't do it. I will let them know. Just come back harder. You know. Um, the Seraphine. I mean, I agree with Angel. I think Coachella has ruined it.
Mm,
Also no shade. Hive pushing them over other groups. I think the public is a little mad at them at one point. I do see what Angel said. I do think if Hive will have them perform at the Mamas to redeem Coachella
mm,
because that is K-pop's biggest stage. I do see them sort of doing that, but they're just here. They had a nice year, but they weren't the girls. Espa was the girls. G Idol, I think G Idol could come in. They had a successful year. New Jeans, let's be honest, the word on the street, girls, that y'all might disband. And so if y'all do win this award, I feel like if New Jean wins this award, I feel like they would break up like 3 months later. Like it would be
damn.
like they just won. We gave them this moment in the sun, and so I think Espas are the girls to win and should win and
Espa.
slay and stay. Espa is the girls that should stay and slay.
Every time you say it, it sounds like you're saying Espa with an F. Espa, pa.
I'm I'm a gay man with a list. You get what you get.
Okay, wow. So we have album of the year. So only albums that sold over 1 million copies were eligible to be nominated. So first one here we have G Idol with their album 2, Baekhyun with Hello World, 17 with 17th Heaven, Golden by Jungkook, The Name Chapter Freefall by TXT, Armageddon by aespa, The World EP Fin Will by ATEEZ. We have Romance Untold by Enhypen. Then we also have I've Mine by Ive. Lee Seraphim with Easy, NCT 127 with Fact Check, NCT Dream with Dreamscape, Rise with Rising, Stray Kids with their album Rockstar, with Youth by Twice, and Zero Base One with their album Melting Point. Who do we?
Are all these sales verified?
Yeah, I mean,
Because Doja, some of the lead singles of these albums flop. So I'm just confused on how some singles can flop, but their albums can sell over like 1 million copies.
mm,
Because of name recognition alone, as you said.
Well, two things can be right at the same time, clearly.
so who do we think? Okay, can I say who I think should win album of the year?
Yes.
And I feel like it might be controversial or it might be surprising coming from you.
You
I
think Jungkook?
yes. my choice is Jungkook with Golden. Um, but my second choice, my runner up, is Armageddon with Espa's Armageddon. Um, but I really feel like it should go to Golden. Um, I feel like that album just had an amazing body of work. Like it was the perfect combination of pop with R&B. It gave us a little bit adult contemporary. I don't know. I feel like that was a really really great album, and it's the fact that like to have like him competing with like these groups like you have here the only two soloists who are in this category are Jungkook and Baekhyun, and that's an amazing thing. The fact that you alone as a soloist can sell over 1 million copies, that's insane. Like your buying power, your star power is like you have to be like the top of the creme of the creme of top of the top to be able to sell that many copies. But yeah, I hope or my who I'm voting for is for Golden with Jungkook. But what about you guys?
What I'm confused at, how is ATEEZ in this album of the year category, but they have no other nomination? Like, wait, I'm sorry. So I just have to take Angel's fake ponytail like just out of my head
What?
from that night that we went out. That's glued in. That was glued in. If you had to be there for that here. Angel slayed that. How does ATEEZ, they sold an out they their album sold over 1 million copies.
Mhm.
They had a massive tour. They were Coachella. Had successful singles. Were literally at Fashion Week, and they don't have a single nomination outside of Album of the Year.
But who are you
Okay.
going to vote for?
No shade. I would vote for TXT.
Mm.
I actually like their album. I like their music. I think they gave us the strongest body of work amongst. I think they gave us the strongest body of work amongst this showing. So I would give it to them. Work.
Okay, what about
Angel.
Angel?
So, who I would want to win would be ATs.
Mm.
Um, but who I think is going to take it, actually, also, I would want Baekhyun to win because this album was I'm just like, well, he's just an amazing artist in total. But I have a strong feeling and Hyphen's going to take it because
Mm.
those, are they called Eugene? Like, I'm not even, Engines, I think is their fan name. Like, their fans are committed to the vote. So I think, and then, I mean, they were trained through the reality program to vote for these men. So unless the panel has a little more weight in things, I have a strong feeling it's going to be in Hyphen.
I
Mm.
mean, Eugene's like the year before won Artist of the Year out of nowhere off the strength of their fan base alone.
Okay, let's move on. Next, we have Song of the Year, and there's a couple of nominees. Just gonna go real fast here. So we have ABCD, Neon, Armageddon by Aespa, Baddie by Ive, Balloon in Love by Sumney, BB's Bam Yang Gang, Boys Like Girls, Cosmic by Red Velvet, Crazy by Lee Seraphim, Die For You by Dean, Taeyon's Dream, Lee Seraphim with Easy, Even For the Moment by Sung Si Kyung and Naul, Fact Check NCT 127, G Idol's Fate, Yuki's Freak, Seventeen's God of Music, Taemin with Guilty, Heavenly Fate by Lee Chang Sub, Akmu with Hero, Ive and their album Hey Ya, New Jeans with How Sweet, Da Vinci with I'll Be Your Side, Rise with Impossible, and Flying with their album Into You, Stray Kids with La 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 La, RM with Lost, Rise with their album Love 119, IU with Love Wins, Crush and his album Love You with All My Heart, and finally wrapping up this category we have 17 with their album Maestro. Who do we think is taking this award home?
So pretty much everyone from every other category. I like song of the year. Like, good lord. Like I feel like honestly, I feel like there could have been better picks from some of these artists. I don't know why they picked that. I kind of think it might go to aespa, but I also see Bang Gang being like a really strong contender just for how viral it was. There are more.
There are more.
You want me to read them? You want me to read them?
Yeah, do you want to take this?
I'll take this one. As I said, everyone from the other category. All right, so we got Nah by Hassa, Magnetic by Illit, No Sad Song for My Broken Heart, K-Will, Pleasure Shop, Key, Plot Twist, TWS, Episode, Imujin, Small Girl, Young G and Dio, Spot, Zico, Jenny, Sudden Shower, Eclipse, Super Lady, G Idol, Welcome to the Show, Day 6, Boy Kim, Who, Jimin, Wait for Love, Played, Yes or No, Guru Room, Kya, Yeonjin, and Crush, Young Man Who Kills, Sunset Roller Coaster, You and Me by Jenny, Supernatural New Jeans, Supernova, aespa, Standing Next to You, Jungkook, Sweet Venom and Hyphen, Tap, Taeyong, Taxi Boy, Jay Park and Maddie, The Night Who Can't Die, and The Silly Cradle, Lucy, TBH, QWER, 2X, Taeyeon, and Warmth, Im Young Woong. As I said, I think whatever song and hyphen is associated with is probably going to take it, unless the Aja must coordinate Im Young Woon. Otherwise, I think it should go to aespa, and I'll leave it at that because there are enough nominations to last
Oof,
2 more hours.
literally. What about you, Lee? Song of the year, song of the year. You're still muted, by the way.
I'm I'm sorry. I just had to. It's just too bad. I just won't do it. I just won't do it. First slide, please. First slide.
There you go.
I see Armageddon. I would like Armageddon to win. I think Esfa has had a great year. They've done it for the culture. They've done it for themselves. Karina and her center part is fierce. It's everything. Yeah, I'm not going through all this. Next
Next, you want the next slide or next category?
is Artist of the Years in the next category. Let's
Yeah.
go because that's a participation category within itself.
Okay, artist of the year. We have G Idol, 82 Major, aespa, All Hours, Baby Monster, Baekhyun, and Hyphen, Illit, IU, IVE, Jenny, Jimin, Jungkook, Lee Seraphim, Lim Young-woon, Naeyoung, NCT Dream, NCT Wish, New Jeans, Nowadays, Meow, QWER, 17, Stray Kids, Taemin, Taeyeon, Twice, TWS, TXT, Unis, Young Posse, Yuki, Zero Base One, and Ampers and One. Yes, that was it. Who do we think is deserving of the name Artist of the Year?
Okay, honestly, I'm shocked they didn't just throw in NCT 127 while they're at it, even though I know that they've had controversy. I'm like, if we're gonna throw everybody in a category, might as well throw everybody in the category. Like you even could have put Wassa with Nah at this point, like everybody. I think it's gonna come down to Illit and Hyphen and aespa. I'll
Hmm.
leave it at that.
I
I
think, yeah,
agree.
I agree too. aespa.
Certain people, for certain people, I will not. No need to shade this girl. She's probably a beautiful girl. Yuki, you're here for the nomination. You're here for the win. I'm sorry, you're here. The nomination is the win. A few of these acts, it's like the nomination is the win. I definitely see Yeah, no, I think it's going to be between Esfa, and I think it's going to be between Elliot, and I think it's going to be between and Hyphen. I think they've done it. Again, there's other people I would put in this. There's a few people I would cut from this, but
Mm.
and add and replacement. But this beautiful, stunning, real.
Okay, I think we have two more. We have fan choice. And do you want to read this, Angel?
Do
I
we
mean,
have to?
the one time I get a chance to read, no, I'm kidding.
No. Girl, if you want to do story time, go.
All right, let's see how fast. Like, why? All right, let me not even read ahead. We have Eight Turn, The Boys, Jungkook, Baekhyun, Bam Bam, 17, Astro, One S, Dio, Jimin, He, Taemin, TXT, Lee, AB6, ATBO, ATs, B1A4, Boys Next Door, BDU, Gravity, Day 6, N hyphen, FX or EPEX, Evan, FT Island, J Hope, Just B, NCT 127, there you are, NCT Dream, NCT Wish, P1 Harmony, Rise, RM, Stray Kids, Super Junior, Tempest, The New Six, Tiot or TIOT, Played, Treasure, TWS, Extonary Heroes, Wavy, Woods, V, Psychers, Unite, Zero Base One, and Zico. Who do you think will take the award?
Well, I just like to say why didn't they just nominate EXO as a collective too? Because if you're gonna have every single individual NCT subunit nominated, why couldn't you throw in EXO? That's
And
my
with that, might as well just say BTS and then where's ATs? Like, come on
exactly
now.
period period. I feel like this category does not
Is
even
ATC?
matter.
I don't see.
No, they're not in
Oh,
this
they
cut.
are here.
Oh,
No,
they
they
are.
are. They
Oh,
are.
they are. They
Yeah,
are. They
they're
are.
here.
They are. They
Which
are.
again,
Oh,
which again, that group, that's a blast from the past. No shade. Um,
but also, like, you also could have just put like Shiny, like the group names at this point. Like, if there's more
Period.
than two
Like if you're
members,
nominating, yeah, like let's move on. I feel like this category
I
does
hope
not
AT's wins.
let's move on for fan choice female. Same thing. Let's go.
okay, I got you. Let's go. Let's go. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we got G Idol, Dreamcatcher, New Jeans, Hong Undi. There she is. Lightsome, Mundio. There we go. Some Mamamoo. Boa, Icon, Black Swan. Finally, Phoebe, VIVIZ, Sunmi, IU, Illit. Oh my girl, Youngji, Jun Somi, Jenny, Chunga, Kepler, Heon, Kwasa, Ween. Why are they all separated? Baby Monster, Artemis, Espa, Bad Villain, Billy, Classy, Craxy, Everglow, 50/50, Promise 9, High Key, Kenna,
Oof.
Itzy, I, Kiss of Life, and Mix, Le Seraphim, QWER, Red Velvet, Stacy, Triple S, Twice, Young Posse, Weekly, ah, Yenna, and Eunice. Hallelujah.
Jesus Christ.
When I said Angel just racked them off, like she was like, my kids are in the car, I have to go to the grocery store, time to get this grocery list together, rock them off.
Period.
Um,
I used to be an educator, so there you go.
period. That's what you call getting the children together. I mean, let's be honest. Um, May the girl with the biggest fan base win. This is a participation trophy.
Right.
Some of these some of these girls, I was gonna say the B word, but we're on like YouTube and in this day and age, I'm going to be respectful. Some of these girls weren't even nominated in other categories. Why are you here? Why
Hyuna?
are we here?
Hyuna?
Yuna, Weekly, Triple S, Nmix, Everglow, um,
But
Moondio
At least Chunga was finally nominated, girl.
for a participation. Like, I'm sorry, you were not even invited to the nomination. This is just a ploy to have people come to this award show and perform
That's
because
true.
the lineup
needs to be live-having, and I'm tired of them giving you participation trophies so the girls can come and perform. Just invite them to perform. Write them a check, and they will show up. Tired.
And with that,
Tired.
that was the end
Why
of the
is Ashley
mamas.
here?
Any last
Why is Cruxley here? Cruxley? Why are they here?
any last closing remarks?
Why is Shanna here? Did we agree on a cancel? Why?
I want to say congratulations to Black Swan for getting a nomination because you know
Period. Yep.
some girls in
Yep. Yep.
order.
Yep. Yep.
But are we sure there's not one more category? Are we like done? Do we know for a
We're
fact that it's over?
No, that's it. That was the last one.
Okay.
Yeah, cause
Because you never know. Imagine there was like one more.
Best producer, best mixer,
Next company.
Best cocktail server. Like it's gonna be that. Who makes the best sandwiches? Best sponsor.
well, that was it, guys. We went through every single nomination. We broke it down for you guys, and we also looked at some music reviews. Now, for those of you guys who missed the live stream, of course, you're going to listen to the playback once YouTube uploads it. But I want to thank you guys for tuning in to our ninth episode. We'll see. We'll see if we will do another special live episode. But again, any closing remarks from Angel or Lee?
Thank you for coming to the unhinged.
And I also want to say thank you. Headphone users, we should have warned you in advance
Oh shit,
that the
yeah.
volume may need to change throughout because because of the spats we have here and there. We're just all passionate K-pop fans, passionately debating our passionate opinions. And thank you for tuning in to the spectacle we call a review.
That was the end, guys. We'll definitely, our next live streams are going to be a lot more organized, but thank you for sticking with us while we work out the technical difficulties and how to live stream. But we'll see you guys next week. Have a great day, guys.